What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. 2024 is turning into one of those years like 2020, 2016, 2009, 2003, 1994, 1989, where we lost an unusual amount of notable and talented people. For the third time in, I believe, just about a day, we lost a notable person. Of course, over the last day, we learned of the passings of sex therapist Dr. Ruth Westheimer, fitness guru Richard Simmons. We nearly lost former President Trump, allegedly to a deranged gunman, uh, which was wounded. But more on point with the video, we are learning now of the passing of Shannen Doherty. It was one point in time that Shannen Doherty was the Holly Weird it girl, and she was known as the bad girl of Hollywood, frequently feuding with co-stars on her shows Beverly Hills 90210 and Charmed. She died yesterday after a very, very long battle with breast cancer, a decade-long battle with breast cancer, which she fought courageously. And the fighter that she was, the fact that she lasted this long it shows her grit and is a testament to uh, her belief or her drive, I should say, never to give up. But recently, the news was dire. She had been diagnosed with stage 4 breast cancer. There is no stage 5, and reportedly, the cancer had metastasized to other areas of her body, including her bones and her brain. But yesterday was the day that it was all over for Shannen Doherty. She began her acting career as a child actor back in the 1980s, starring in various television shows. It was back in 1985 that she landed the role of Little Jenny Wilder on Little House on the Prairie. Excuse me, it was back in 1982 when she landed the role of Little Jenny Wilder on Little House on the Prairie. Her first major film role came 3 years later with Girls Just Want to Have Fun, a vehicle that also starred future stars Helen Hunt and Sarah Jessica Parker. 3 years later, she played Heather Duke on the iconic teen drama Heathers, which also starred Winona Ryder, Lisa Ann Falk, and the late Kim Walker. But it was 2 years later, in 1990, where Shannen Doherty landed the biggest role of her career as Brenda Walsh in the original Beverly Hills 90210, which aired on Fox. That TV series developed a cult following, which was a show about a group of teenagers as they dealt with relationship and family issues that was relatable to a young generation at that time, the grunge generation of the early 1990s. It was during that show that she developed a reputation for being a person that was difficult to work with and deal with. She frequently clashed with co-stars. Matter of fact, one of her co-stars, Jenny Garth, said many years ago, quote, "There were times when we wanted to claw each other's eyes out, but eventually they became friends as they grew older." Even Shannen Doherty herself admitted that she struggled to handle the fame, saying once, quote, "I was very confused back then about what I wanted for myself, and the attention was way too much. I didn't always handle it that well." And she said, also, in truth, I was just shooting myself in the foot because the more I fought it, the more the celebrity took over versus the actor, and the press ran away with it. Shannen Doherty left the show after 4 seasons, and her character was written out of the show. Doherty also went on to star in shows like Charmed, which followed a trio of sisters who were the most powerful good witches of all time. And she also starred in a series called North Shore, set in Hawaii in a hotel. And she starred in the offbeat comedy Mallrats, which debuted back in 1995. Back in 2010, a more mellow Shannen Doherty released a semi-autobiographical book entitled Badass that encouraged young women to find their inner badass and live life with attitude and confidence. It was back in 1993 that she married Ashley Hamilton, the son of actor George Hamilton, but that marriage ended just 6 months later. She wed her second husband, Rick Solomon, in 2002, but the marriage was annulled after just 9 months. She married her third husband, a photographer named Kurt Oswerinkel, I think it's pronounced, in 2011. The couple were together until her passing just yesterday. In addition to her acting career, Shannen Doherty was also a passionate animal rights activist and participated in campaigns against animal cruelty. Later on in her life, she ventured into reality TV, and she appeared on Dancing with the Stars back in 2010. In 2008, she joined the cast of a new version of the show, reprising her role of Jenna Walsh. And it was back in 2015 that she was diagnosed with breast cancer. She had a mastectomy, underwent chemotherapy and radiotherapy. It was back in 2017 that she announced her cancer was in remission, but it returned sadly just 2 years later. And she had been battling it ever since. So rest in peace to Shannen Doherty. May she rest in peace. I know she was in a lot of pain, a lot of agony over the last couple of years. May she rest in peace. What you guys think?